What is going on, guys? It is Pineapple King. Oh, Spider-Man fell. It's alright, we'll get him up for the next video. But here we are for NFL schedule predictions. Today is the New York Jets. Let's get into it. I mean, why not, right? Let's talk about your best and worst offseason moves. Justin Fields feels like a good move, right? Like, he's looking solid in practice. Like, we'll see, right? We'll figure it out. Locking in Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, obviously is going to be really good too with those extensions. And you drafted Membu, what was his name, right? Or was it Taylor? I don't remember. You drafted an offensive lineman, 7th overall. So I really like that pick to help Fields and Breece Hall. But apparently it's going to be a committee from what I saw on TikTok earlier today. Could totally be fake news, but if it is, that's interesting. Braylon Allen's really not that good, but obviously you don't have a crazy pass rush, and your depth kind of consists of rookies, so you're kind of cooked if injuries start popping up. But I don't know. Let's get into it. The Steelers in MetLife. Your first two games are in MetLife, which is great. And the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be a revenge game for Aaron Rodgers, except for he's not going to win it. It's not going to win it. The Jets are going to come into, the Pitt Steelers are going to come into MetLife and be like, oh yeah, this is a revenge game for Rodgers. No. Nope. I think the Jets defense can hold on with the Steelers defense, and Justin Fields does just enough, and Aaron Rodgers is not warmed up yet. You guys have the better running back, better wide receivers. And then you got the Bills in MetLife. First time you play the Bills. And this might be shock some people. These first two games might shock some people. The Jets starting out 2-0 with Justin Fields. You're like, what? Oh my gosh, 2-0. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Jets got all this hype last year. You'll see how what I predicted them. Guys, it was I don't know why I did that. I mean, people thought the Jets were going to be great, but then you have to come to Raymond James against my Tampa Bay Bucks. And let me tell you, you are not beating the Bucks. Not beating the Bucks. Not happening. Not happening. And you stay in Florida to go back-to-back Florida games. You're going to go back-to-back losses, too. And now you're 2-2. Florida teams beat you up. And yes, I know. The Bills are better than the Dolphins. Look, it is what it is. You guys are at home in MetLife. Josh Allen can't have the perfect game every year, especially after a tough first week in Baltimore. Especially if they win that next week, it's going to be tough for them. And Tua could be locked in. Tyreek could just go crazy. And Sauce Gardner can only guard one of them, you know? But the Cowgirls in MetLife is not another story. Not another story. You're no longer undefeated at home. I think it's just the fact that as long as Dak Prescott is healthy, he's got two good wide receivers, a good third slot guy, and a running back committee that can help. And a defense, as long as Micah Parsons is still there, that is pretty good. So I like that process. And then you go to England to play Denver, and you don't play well if... You're not going to play well away like that. And Denver's got a better defense than you, so... Yeah. Yep. The Panthers, though, can't beat him either. That's a close game, very close game. I think Justin Fields and Bryce Young could be on the same caliber. Obviously, Bryce Young is going to be a little bit better, but you guys both have similar running backs too. Breece Hall's probably a little bit better. Similar wide receiver group. If Terrell McMillan is the dog, which he should be in this game. If not, Adam Thielen will clutch up. White boy, go. The Bengals in Paycor right before your bye week is a win. You guys play some weird games. You'll beat some good teams, and you will suck with the bad teams. Like, it just kind of, it's weird. And, like, I could be totally wrong about the Jets, but I just feel like Justin Fields is going to show up randomly, and he's not consistent enough, obviously because he wasn't really a starter. I mean, it was kind of on the Steelers, and he wasn't bad, but you got to remember, Justin Fields was a Steeler, so that's a revenge game for him. Starting out 3-5 isn't horrible before the bye week. I just really don't think it gets much better, though. I don't know. Justin Fields isn't might not be the answer. It might be. You might need to get more around him. You might need to get some better line. You might need a little bit more defensive help now that you lost some guys. But in Cleveland, you lose. It's weird. You come out of the bye, you're like ready to go, and you lose to Cleveland. It's weird. I think it's just because they start Shedeur Sanders at this point, and he's on his little run of winning games, doing good. I think that's the only reason. He looks good in training camp, so I don't see why he doesn't start down in the middle of the season whenever they're sucking balls. Quick turnaround, Thursday Night Football is another loss. I think with the quick turnaround, you lose to back-to-back bad teams, which is just what I was saying earlier. You guys freaking beat the Bengals, but you lose to the Browns and Patriots. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And then you lose to the Ravens. They don't beat all the good teams, right? This whole entire schedule prediction can't just be upsets. But then you play the Falcons, and you lose again. And now you're just like, what do? You don't have another quarterback, really. So you kind of just keep going with Justin Fields. You're going to split the series with the Dolphins. Win your home games. That's nice, at least, right? And then you're going to go to the Jags, and you don't win a single game in Florida. I think it's the hot weather. I mean, it's December in Florida still, but still in December in Florida. I used to live there. It was still, depending on the day, it could get up to like 80, 85. It was still crazy. In the Superdome, you do beat the Saints. The Saints are so garbage. You beat the Saints. And then you'll split the series with the Patriots. But, I mean, if you're splitting the series with the other two, you're definitely splitting the series with the Bills. And they're competing for the number 1 seed playoff bye. So you're definitely getting cooked because that game is very important. Go watch the Bills video. Find that out. 6-11, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. You beat some weird teams like the Bengals and Bills. But I also, with the division rivals, it being a home game early in the season, Justin Fields is going to have all the hype, and they're not going to look bad. And the Bills are not going to look great. They don't have like a good wide receiver core, honestly. It's just a bunch of guys out there. Just a bunch of dudes. Not a Garrett Wilson guy. But let's head over here. I had you guys at 13-4. I was a Jets believer. I was not the only one. You guys went 5-12. I was a Jets believer. You guys, oh man. It's just crazy to me. I thought like the Jets defense was so good. It was one of the best in the league, and it still kind of was. And Aaron Rodgers was going to be the answer, and it was just bad. And you even traded for Devontae Adams. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to make a run here. They're going to go 8-9, 10-7, and like make the playoffs. No. And not much changes here. You get one extra win. Finish around the exact same area in the AFC. You do beat out both of your division mates. So that makes you feel good, right? You finish second in the division. Even though y'all went 6-11. I don't know. Maybe you don't feel good about that because then they get to have draft spots right in front of you. But that's going to be all, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the next team. And we are coming down to the last few teams. We've got 7 teams left. NFC playoffs going to be crazy. But I'll see you guys then. Peace out.